Huge improvements were made to the passenger rail experience in the 10 to 15 years preceding World War II. In 1949, the BUDD company unveiled the Rail Diesel Car, or RDC, a self-propelled, streamlined passenger car capable of moving independently and without aid from a locomotive. These cars made it possible for railroad companies to provide passenger services without assembling new trains. With two GM V6 engines originally designed for military tanks, the lightweight RDC could run up to 85 miles per hour, considerably faster than other self-propelled units of the time. Not only fast, the RDC was also reliable, smooth, and cheap to operate. In 1966, the New York Central Railroad mounted a pair of surplus jet engines to the roof of one of their RDCs. The passenger car broke the all-time American railroad speed record, flying down the track at an astonishing 183.85 miles per hour. In the 1950s, most RDCs were used to service local commuter routes. In 1953, the B&O purchased 10 RDCs to work commuter lines in Baltimore, Washington, and Pittsburgh. 3 years later, the B&O opened the Daylight Speedliner, a mainline daytime service connecting Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. The line was serviced by two specially designed RDC trains, each with 2 coaches and 1 diner/coach combination car. Because every B&O RDC was equipped with a modified V6 engine, the commute through Pennsylvania was reduced by an hour and a half. The B&O number 1961 was one of the 2 diner/coach combination cars purchased for the Daylight Speedliner train in 1956. The car can carry up to 48 passengers, 24 in the rear coach section and 24 in the front dining room. Fresh cooked meals were prepared in the fully stocked kitchen next to the dining space. Of all the RDCs made by the BUDD company, only 2, the number 1961 and its sibling, the number 1960, were built with this configuration. Despite the speed and comfort offered by the Daylight Speedliner, the long-distance service was discontinued in 1963. The B&O simply could not compete with the growing automobile and airline industries. As a result, all 10 B&O Speedliners were transferred, first to a local commuter service in Washington, D.C., and then to a local service in Pittsburgh. In 1970, the B&O number 1961 was renumbered as the B&O number 9941. 10 years later, CSX was formed, and all B&O rolling stock, including the number 9941, became CSX property. The RDC was eventually retired from service and donated to the B&O Railroad Museum in 1984. At some point between 1970 and 1984, the car was modified for increased carrying capacity. Today, visitors will see that the car once again bears its original number 1961, the number worn throughout its career with the B&O Daylight Speedliner.